Hey, what's up YouTube? MacGyver7 here. Today we're going to be reviewing one of the best Bluetooth keyboard accessories for the Amazon Fire TV Stick. The Bluetooth device we're going to be actually looking at today is called the iPazzPort Bluetooth keyboard. It's a QWERTY keyboard. It's all Bluetooth. It does work wonderfully with your Fire TV remote and Fire TV stick. So basically it's simple design. You have your QWERTY keyboard here. You have your indicator here for Bluetooth. On the top here, you have your on-off switch to turn on off. And at the bottom here, you have your micro USB port here. And right here is where you'll plug it in to actually charge it up for a little bit. Overall though, the keyboard itself is pretty good. The construction is nice. The top here is all plasticky and everything, but this thing has gotten amazing reviews. It's been featured on BGR.com. Just a lot of people love it. For about $24.95, you're getting a great QWERTY keyboard, especially if you use your device to do excessive browsing and things like that, or if you're doing some type of typing or something like that. It does make it easier versus just clicking with your remote. All right, so in the box though, you get your keyboard, you get a micro USB adapter. You will need a wall plug for this, but it does charge with micro USB. It doesn't take long to charge at all, maybe like 45 minutes at the most to fully charge it, as the battery's not that big, but it's pretty good. You also get of course, your instruction manual, how to set it up and everything. And then you get two adapters here for your remote and then also for the actual Bluetooth device. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and set this up real quick. So what you'll simply do, this will work with any Fire TV device, whether you have the newest one or the older model. So you'll put your Bluetooth keyboard inside the first part here. Now this is all rubber, so it's nice soft rubber. So it is probably not as strong, so you got to be careful with this. You can't just pull it out too far because it can tear. But then at the bottom here is where you'll slide in your remote. All right, so this is their way of kind of syncing the two together. Now you don't have to do it this way. This is just, like I said, an adapter. Okay, so this adapter just kind of allows you to have both together at once. So it's kind of like you use a remote like this, and then you'll flip it over and switch to here. One thing I did notice though, if you have a 4K Fire TV stick with the power button at the top here, as you can see here, this power button is somewhat covered. So one workaround would be to actually take your remote and possibly just flip it around. So if I flip it around here, and then I'll try it on this side here, and boom, now it's better, right? So just keep that in mind. If you have the newer Fire Stick, to put the top in on the smaller part of the actual casing versus down here at the bigger part. All right, so it's all set up, everything looks good. It's got a little weight to it. Again, you do not have to do it this way. You can actually use the two separately if you want it. They just provide an actual case for you to put both of them in to kind of keep everything together at once. Now the cool thing is, in the box you also get a second one. All right, so just in case something happens to this one, so after taking your remote in and out a couple times, or taking this out a couple times, you stretch this out too far, or you need to, or something happened to it, you can actually just use your second one that comes in a box as well, which is actually pretty cool. So overall though, I do like that. You know, it's pretty strong rubber, but like I said, not the best or whatever, but it is soft and easy on the hands and things like that. And I do appreciate the adapter, because sometimes I may just want everything to be together versus separated. All right, so the next step we're going to do, now that we have everything set up, we're actually going to go ahead and walk through the connection process to see how this thing works with the Fire Stick. So of course, setting it up, I'm going to show you guys real quick how you would set this up if you actually bought one of these. All right guys, so I have my remote and my keyboard connected, which is pretty cool. Again, I'm using that rubber casing that came inside of the package. So they come with two, again, and a micro USB port and things like that to charge your actual Bluetooth device. I have everything in. So what we're gonna do now, I'm just gonna show you guys how to actually connect this thing to your Amazon Fire TV Stick using the Bluetooth connectivity option. There may be a chance that you may have to get closer to your Fire Stick, because again, we're gonna be testing the range of this Bluetooth keyboard, and I'm not sure how far away it can go from the actual Fire Stick. I know they say certain things like 30 feet and things like that, but that has to be tested, because everybody's situation and their environment is different, and depending on the radio waves flying around and different things, or if you have other Bluetooth devices in the area, there could be some interference there. So there's some things we'll have to go just check out, make sure that what they say it's supposed to do, it actually happens. All right, so let's go ahead and set this thing up. Again, I have it here. So the first thing we want to do though is you want to go ahead and turn it on. So you see here is a switch here. And all you'll do is just take your hand and just turn it on. All right. And then it turns blue. That means it's on. So now you're ready to actually go through and connect it to your Amazon Fire TV stick. All right, guys. So to actually set up our Bluetooth keyboard, what we're going to have to do is click on two buttons here. All right. So the two buttons that are needed to actually put this keyboard into discoverable mode, you have to hold down the function and the shift key. So I'll hold those down now. And then as I hold them down, the top right corner, there's going to be a blue light here that's going to flash if I did it correctly. So let's try it again. I'm pressing both down. There it goes. All right, now it's flashing. That means now this thing is discoverable by anything that can see or search for Bluetooth devices. So now it's all set up, and I noticed you guys, you may not have known, but it has a nice LED color behind it, which is pretty cool. So you can use this thing at night. So if you're up in your room or something like that, you want to use the keyboard, well, the keys light up pretty nicely, which is pretty cool. All right, so everything's set up. So now let's go ahead and set it up on our actual Fire TV device. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to settings. So I always hold down the home button and then I scroll over to settings. And then from here, you want to go over here to controllers and Bluetooth devices. And then what you're going to do, you're not going to click on Amazon Fire TV remotes or anything like that. You're going to click on other Bluetooth devices. And then you're going to click add Bluetooth device. All right. So if the device is discoverable, it should pop up here under this menu here. If it doesn't pop up, press the two buttons again to see if it comes up. I'm actually sitting in maybe 10-15 feet away from my actual TV and Fire Stick, and it worked pretty well. All right, it connected right away as soon as I put in discoverable mode. I was able to then connect to this, and then everything was fine. So overall, I think my keyboard's set up, so I think we're good. Now on the keyboard though, all right, so I did notice this, which is actually pretty cool. On the keyboard, there are some directional keys here. All right, so let's say that you don't have your Fire Stick or something like that. Well, guess what? You can actually use your keyboard to actually press and use any of these directional keys to move around, navigate on your Fire TV device, which is actually pretty cool. So if my remote's died, or if somebody took it, or if I can't find it, guess what? As long as I have this keyboard, I can still navigate around and use this keyboard as a secondary Fire TV remote, which is actually pretty awesome. All right, so now I have two remotes basically. All right, so it's all set up. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go over to one of my favorite browsers, Puffin TV browser, which is one of the best to me browsers for the actual Fire Stick. There are some other ones out there, but this is the one that's been working for me. It's universal. It works pretty much with any website and things like that. It's a nice interface. And again, this is my number one go-to for anything that I want to do as far as like browsing the web or just going to websites, things like that. I would use Puffin TV browser. All right, so I'm going to go to search here. We're going to practice using our keyboard here. I'm just going to type in youtube.com and we're going to see what actually happens. So let's go ahead and type that in. So I noticed in the initial setup, overall, I did notice that the keyboard took maybe a couple seconds just to be recognized in the Fire TV device. So you may have to wait a second or two, just kind of click around until it actually sees it. But other than that, it did work out pretty well. But so far, I'm like literally at 15 feet away now, and it's typing and it's registering all of my clicks. There's no lag or anything, which is awesome. You will notice on the keyboard that there are additional characters that are in blue. So what you'll have to do to use those characters, hold down the shift key and then press on the character that you want to use. So for instance, if I want to use like the number 7 or something like that, I could, or if I want to do something else. But overall, the backspace works just fine, as you guys saw there. Overall, I'm able to actually go through and choose whatever I want in here, and it's working just fine. All right, so now I'm going to use the directional keys on the keyboard, and they're working fine. I'm going to use the enter key. Let's see if that works. All right, let's see if that can take me to YouTube, and I think it is going to work. And overall, yeah, this thing is awesome. I would say that this keyboard would probably get a 5 out of 5 from me. The fact that the setup is pretty great, it has a backlit keyboard. The casing's pretty cool to have both the remote and the keyboard together at once. It's a nice form factor. I feel like I've upgraded my Fire Stick by adding this keyboard to it, and it makes typing a lot easier now versus having to click through with the joystick button or whatever you want to call it. But overall, I like this. This is the iPazzPort Bluetooth keyboard. Again, it's been featured on numerous websites. It's been raved about. It's going for $24.95. But again, on bgr.com, there's some additional discounts, things like that. I'll have a link in the description to that website and that listing, so you guys get more information about this thing. But overall, I'm very pleased. I would definitely recommend this to anyone who would need a Bluetooth keyboard for the Fire TV device. It's a great accessory for it. and I think you'll be really happy spending about 25 bucks for this thing, as again, it works really well. But that's all I have for you guys today. I thought I'd share this awesome keyboard with you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like this video if you enjoyed it. Also, please subscribe to my channel, help me to build this into something big. And also comment below if you guys have any other keyboards, or if you're interested in getting this one. Definitely comment below how it all works out for you once you get it in. I'd like to hear your feedback on this device as well. But that's all I got for you guys today, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.